That's the second time I've used that joke, so like nobody's gonna believe it at this point.
We're live.
That I am free. I just want to not feel like I'm a nurse.
Sound check done.
Tight. Cool.
I had to wing it.
Yeah, you want that freedom, you know? So just,
I mean, like nobody wants to think that like they're gonna get every fucking illness on the planet. So yeah, no, I get it.
I mean, I'm a nurse.
Felt like it was better when Connor was running the questions and answers, but now we're dealing with pandemic level situations.
Are
I'll do this a different way. Valanthi, look at the private messages I sent you. That's my backstory.
Knew he was MI6. I knew he was MI6. Sense
I'm
jump.
gonna like I'm
And
gonna need at
from
least
color.
30 seconds. Hold on.
Got
The
him.
the only things at this point that I'm worried about is C. diff, because I really don't want to be shitting my pants.
That's a horrible trait of C. diff. That's a
Have you been on antibiotics for the past several weeks? Okay, good. No?
and that's how we're starting this stream, ladies and gentlemen.
So, what's your new character going to be when you join the party, better looking brother?
I was gonna be a bard. I was, but
Okay,
I
that's
hear
fine.
there's already a
Yeah,
bard in the
yeah.
party, so
Hey. It doesn't matter. Are you going to be remote or on the? Do you live miles away from this person?
miles.
Oh.
Miles
Yeah,
away.
East Coast, West Coast.
Yeah. Just 3 hours.
So that's there may be some bards in the remote group already, but look, if you have more than one, you can just join a band.
right. A duet.
Well, no, you can have a duet or a trio, or you can have instead of being like a group of adventurers, you're the band and groupies.
How many bards can you have in a party?
I've
There
had a
should
party.
be a limit.
I did once play a game a few years ago where there were 5 players and there were 4 bards,
Wow. Really?
and they ended up being a traveling sort of group of basically they had their own band and they went round and did stuff.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. First time I played a bard was Final Fantasy 11.
Did it get
15 years ago? 20 years ago?
No, sorry, 2 secs. Epione, no, they didn't. They had the 5th player was actually a half-orc barbarian that was their bouncer.
Right.
Okay.
You know, you need the baritone in there, you know, it's to make it a group. You need the
He basically hit the drum now and then. That's all he did. He didn't have much skill.
Just
At the tambourine.
Yeah. It was the in joke that they were going to train him and actually teach him how to use it. But being a back in the earlier editions, if you were the standard barbarian, you had a lot of trouble picking up skills because your intelligence was that low. And every time they tried to teach him how to do a proficiency, he kept failing, so they gave up.
Okay, but what if my actual person, like my person proficiency is low?
That's the thing about it. It's not. It's one of the things I always find interesting in D&D is for instance, if say Kygon needed to go up to a door and open the door, you'd go, give me a strength check, and they'd roll the strength check and they'd go, I've got 22, and you go, right, the door's a bit stuck, but you give it a kick and the door flies open. Perfect. However, if we then go, there's a puzzle to solve, should we go, give me an intelligence check
So good.
for your character to do it, and you then find the answer and you fix it? Or do we, like the nerds we are, like to go through the whole problem solving and fix it and find it and get it to work and go, I've tried this, I've tried that, and then that's your intelligence doing it, not your characters. And it is a very hard thing to do, because if you take it all away, you basically don't have to do anything. You just roll a dice and go. It's like if you have like it's the same as when there's it's that classic bard trope of, I'm going to seduce the dragon. I'm going to seduce every single thing you send against me because I'm a horny bard. And it's like, Just because you can
I
roll
don't
a
think we have
dice.
a horny bard. So I think we have like different kinds of bards. I think we have disruptive bard, which is Manu. We've got metal rock band bard, which will be Aaron. And
The
then,
mute bard.
Yeah, you just be like, toot, toot, toot.
You can
I want you to know that, like
The tiniest.
like Sam and I
tiniest
actually
violin
talked
in the
about,
world.
like, who's gonna have the bard, and I'm gonna be your beef, and like, who is my bard equivalent to the beef? Because that shit's gonna be fucking hilarious, and I need to know, like, today.
It's going to be fun. I don't think that they've all been sorted out their characters yet, so they don't really know.
Are bards allowed electric guitars? Yes or no?
We already have an electric guitar bard, but that would be fantastic if you also showed up with an electric guitar, because that would make my life better, as everybody's so disruptive in my life as a DM. If you disrupt your own life, yeah, like, yeah, how y'all motherfuckers gonna deal with this?
What you need to do, what you could
That's
do,
all your own social problems.
what you could do is you could play a bard that's really, really strong, and then you can use Manu as your guitar.
I don't know. He could also be.
Yeah. You could basically pick him up and use him as your guitar. So you basically play him like the bagpipes.
Henry, where is Henry still here? Henry's like wild magic sorcerer. I had to like hit him off on the side. I was like, would a party want to play with you before you start this?
Fine.
Sorcerer.
They're fine.
Huh?
They are fine. Do you know what the chances of getting a wild surge are? It's like
You know,
basically,
though, of course, because you're science. You
it's
are-
next to nothing. It's such a rare occurrence.
Okay.
And then there's only really 4 or 5. There are 4 or 5 wild surges on a table of about 60 that are absolutely devastating. And I will say, I have had in one of my early 5th edition games was a wild magic sorcerer level 2 did get a wild surge and dropped a fireball on the floor where he stood.
He's got a nectricity calculator powered by nectical batteries.
Yeah. Speaking of electricity, I was kind of nervous if you guys would be able to smoke all of those demon lords, but level 20s are pretty strong, which proves that level 20s in 5e are a little too OP, in my opinion. I think player characters are. I think there should be a little bit. I think if you're an experienced DM, you know how to nerf a campaign. They make PCs really, really strong to make you have to be an experienced DM to play 5e, I think, or else you're gonna get smoked. Like, you have to know to like plus up your HP and kind of let the story go, or else you're gonna have a bad day, because PCs are really, really strong in 5e.
Especially if you're against one big person.
Hi, Gahan.
5th.
Holy smokes!
And you guys got Orcus too.
Well, yeah.
Did you kill Orcus all the way to the end? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was gonna try to bring. So there's always these things like, if Orcus reaches 150 hit points, make them go. If you ever read these campaigns, like make him retreat. And I was like, oh shit!
Oh no!
And
It's
Connor,
already there.
Connor entered the battle and was like, oh. And you killed Orcus. Because what I was gonna do is, if Orcus maintained his strength, Orcus would have been a problem in the next campaign, right? And like, oh, you didn't kill Orcus, but you killed Orcus. So it's like, yeah. Maybe Manu will be the bad guy.
Actually, one thing I do need to ask Gary, when you shaved your beard, how much weight did you lose?
Not much, I'm sure. I haven't seen a scale in quite a while. So
I've never known beardless.
Connor
Gary.
asking all the questions we want to ask.
Nope, I did know Beardless Gary. I did see you. You had to shave when you were on staff, didn't you? On
Yeah.
Bath. Yep. I was like,
Well, when we did PMT in El Paso, we were all
oh,
beardless.
that's right. That's right. That's right. Shoot, I forgot about those times. Man, we're
Yeah.
old. We're old.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was.
that was a huge change. Like, this is one of those, like, did I miss something fucking last game? Or, like, am I the only one that doesn't say anything because I don't know what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like,
back
what
back
the
back in the
shit?
way back. Back in the
The real
way.
question is when you looked at him, did you go, "Who the fuck's that?"
I did. I was like,
Just
Liam.
slightly.
I was like,
Only, like,
I was
a
like,
little
Gary,
bit.
Liam's on the mic.
Exactly what happened here. I was like, hey, who is this guy? What? Right? He was like, oh, okay.
Who is this
Let
child?
me write this down.
Yeah. I can't wait.
The background gave it away, but I was like,
Oh, Krista and I are in our 5-year plan right now. So what are we at right now? I retire at 47. We've done our 5-year plan.
So
We decided. Oh,
so your next place you're going, I know we're not. You're going for that amount of time. Is that a promotion?
no. But the Air Force likes to make you think that you're getting promotions. You know what I mean? They like to make you. They're like, hey, go take this awesome thing and keep competing. You know what I mean? They'll be like, my comments do not reflect that of my service or my king and president. So what they'll do is be like, do this thing. We'll see what happens. We're gonna elevate you. You get to do more work. I mean, see.
Or
We'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. And I get to go to Brussels, so that's like 20 miles out from Waterloo. I'm going. I think Jesus Christ and my experiences in my past life in La Grande Armée want to put me back next to Waterloo. So that's where I'm going.
What, did you
I
did you
hate
lose there last time you were there?
I hate you so much.
I mean, did I lose or did I charge valiantly as a cuirassier against dipshits in skirts? Probably. And I probably shot a few dipshits in skirts. I was like, oh, yeah, weird accent. Oh. I flashed a few dudes and I took a banner, and then some dude in a skirt
Roll
stabbed
for
me.
accent detect.
And then I died. You know what I mean? I was like, ha ha ha.
And then-
ha, ha. It was a great empire. Ha ha ha. And I twisted my mustache. I died.
Oh,
It was a great empire. Oh.
whilst it lasted.
All right, you guys showed up to the
No.
war in the last 15 minutes. The Russians and the Austrians did everything. Let's not even. This is not a Napoleonic podcast here. So don't get me started.
Oh, boy. No, please don't. Please don't.
I don't know how to press his buttons at all. Not at all. It's like,
Shut up, Connor.
Yeah, the Peninsular Wars. Cool, you fought in Spain. There was nothing going on back there. No one cared.
okay, Tim, we stopped this conversation 5 minutes ago.
Okay, fine. I'm ready though. If you're ready for that level of 5e, I'm ready. I have all the pubs over here. I'm ready. Okay, sorry. Did we just
For
do
that, but, like,
The
not
drunken
ready
duck
for
is in
half,
full
though, like-
waddle mode.
who's what? Who's the what? Who's the waddles? Who's waddling?
You're waddling, basically, Tim, is what you said.
I'm waddling? Yeah, I waddle. That happens. I'm an old man. I've got Nick's headband on though. That's what's important. I felt bad in the last session. I totally forgot. So I've been making as many reels as possible with the sushi headband. It does hurt. Ow. I just wanna. I'll take it off.
You've got a red
It's hard
mark
to let down
on
this
your
big
forehead.
campaign. I don't want to let it go. I don't want to let it go. I don't want to let the campaign go.
Look, Tim, it was great. What about the next one's going to be amazing?
I hope so.
We just got to
Looks
decide of how many sessions we want to keep them at level 1 and make them suffer.
Idiots.
Especially with 4
Nerds.
bards.
Like, how many bards, right? Like, this was a conversation. This
I
may
think
have
there
been
should
a
be a lot
conversation.
of bards
How
because
many
I wouldn't allow bards.
How many
I
bards
think there should
per
be pro
group?
bards.
How many per group?
It depends, you see. If you're all going down the horny bard troop, we don't need any of you
I think
because
there's a
they're
horny
useless.
bard.
One is
I
enough.
think we've got the best bards to make this not weird bards.
Like,
'Cause we've got, like,
I'm
metal
none
band
of these
bards
bards,
and Aaron.
so
Musical troop.
Aaron will be a character at our table. Yeah. Yep. Against Connor? Yeah. Cheers.
Against
Yeah.
There's no look, we're not against anybody. The DM and the players are not against each other.
that's a lie, and you know it because every player is absolutely against the DM every fucking time. And if you
Yeah,
can
I'm
find
sorry.
a way to be
I'm trying to
smarter
kill
than
you
the
all.
Cast
DM,
not so obvious
can't be.
wink here.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just saying, when Kluthkin was like the DM for our big group, it was definitely not like, do I know more about Phalor than he does? But I definitely was, hey, by the way, you know Phalor, but
You
I
see-
also know Phalor, and I can make a better deal than you can.
God,
I
I want to
always-
watch you two DM against each other. Like, I just want to watch another, like, spouse DM situation happen so I
This
can be
isn't
like,
a spouse DM
Right.
thing, man. Like, this is just friends
Eventually.
fucking fighting.
oh, whoops.
No, it's the same. To be honest, what
Wand
I've
bound.
always done, Kira, what I always do, you see, is if and I do it with my group, is I will let the player make decisions about their gods and their things, because it doesn't actually affect the world. It just means that they've got a bit more of an interaction with it.
Cheers, craft beer girl. That's on the stream. Sorry, we're not being good streamers. We're like, cheers.
Sorry, my bad. Hi, streamers. I love you. You're the bestest. Please
That's not
join
in the
us. Watch
term.
us.
We're just that in the spirit world right now, post stream.
Yeah.
Ish. But still streaming. My bad.
I love how all my family is like watching, and that like the fam is sending me every drag queen that acted like I acted in this stream. So, thank you.
So what did you think?
Wait,
I
we need
am
more
a
drag
drag
queens
king,
in the fucking
and nobody
chat.
knows.
I need more of that happening. With
So,
Okay. I need to get my friend Marcus into this chat, because Marcus is
Yeah.
the one that's telling me like, oh honey, you were like this drag king, and yes, drag king energy. So I'm gonna get Marcus. He's gonna help me, I'm sure.
So,
Because-
Thomas,
We'll have
what
to
did you think of
update
today's
our,
session?
allowed terms
What
and
did you-
phrases.
So
Oh.
what did you think of today's session?
Me or him?
Thomas.
It was great. Everybody that we know, everybody that we participate with on Twitch, and the like RFI Prince, Trent, everybody that I've noticed over the last year that has come by one way or another was here today, and everybody was.
Really? Oh man. I was
yeah.
trying to like shout outs to everybody, but I go mind blank when I
You can't
look at
keep
the
up. You can't keep up and keep the show what it needs to be. You can't break the show up to acknowledge everybody in chat. But the play was great all day.
Yeah, we had like almost 20 people following us, kind of almost all day long, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
There
good.
were-
for like a
it-
5.5 hour session.
Yep. At least 20 people chilling, and then we got the raid.
during the fight, during the Krista Tim fight, there was still
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good.
there
man.
wasn't people like
In fact, It went from 20 to 40 during that period, so maybe you need to do it more often.
No, please do not pick fights with
Love
your
and
spouse.
D&D.
because
Love and
Tim,
D&D.
we love you. We love Christoph. Like, you don't need to pick fights. Just bring people in. Love you.
Well, yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Every once in a while, you're just like,
Hey, look, if it's gotta happen, it's gotta happen. That's just D&D,
One thing we
man,
do,
but,
one
like,
thing we do need to have a discussion on is how would you pronounce Minotaur or Minotaur?
it's a minotaur.
it's a
Minotaur.
Minotaur.
Yeah.
It's only in like Minotaur. You cannot
Minotaur.
a
Oh my
Minotaur?
God.
I mean, were any of us really there to hear somebody call the Minotaur by whatever he was called?
My ex-girlfriend is a classics major. She's basically like
Sure, dog.
she is
They hadn't
Indiana
even
Jones
invented
of
ink
this-
yet.
this decade. Yeah, no, like if anybody knows how to pronounce this fucking word, it's her. And
Yeah, but-
I mean, to be really clear, like I would trust that tongue to pronounce things correctly.
And so how does
Wait,
she pronounce
what?
it?
Wait, what?
You heard what I said, and if she says that's a minotaur, then I trust that tongue. And don't ask me any more questions.
It's a Minotaur, though.
Minotaur?
Minotaur.
Minotaur.
How many eyes in Minotaur?
I don't care.
I don't know. Like I said, I trust the tongue and not the word.
To be honest, I can't trust anything I read, so it's fine. It's
I can't
usually
either, man. I have read so many words and I can't pronounce half of them. So
What about
I just-
Undirt?
That's why I claim to be Canadian.
I
My
would
English
also
is
believe
terrible.
that undirt was the word.
Dude, I read that thing and I was like, damn, I've never seen this word in my entire life.
Tim, I want you to know that I keep a list on my phone
I
of
think
words that I have read
should
but
ask
never
Google.
pronounced. My
Google
God.
knows everything. We should ask Google how it's pronounced.
There's a whole list
Everybody,
in here.
I see everybody leaning towards keyboards. Here we go.
You see, the problem, my one, Kira, is being dyslexic. There are certain words that I just can't spell, and one of them, and I write it an awful lot at work, is I appreciate. Can I ever spell that word without going to Google and typing it in and going, oh yeah, it's right, and then copying it? No, it just doesn't work. Every time I type it in any document, it never works.
Grammarly, man. Grammarly. Or just copy paste.
I can't spell definitely, machine, peculiarly, or probably. The 4 words that I can't fucking spell no matter how hard I try. Probably, definitely, peculiarly, or machine.
Possibly
Necessary.
plausible. Or
Ooh, necessary
plausibly
is a tough
possible.
one.
How many C's and how many S's are in necessary? I don't know, but I have to spell
Necessary
it.
is the archlich of words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same as
Cartilage.
obviously this is
What
where
about
Tim will roll his.
recommend when you're in a hurry? You're like,
Yeah.
recommend. Two N's or-
Recommend.
Recommended?
Tim will obviously say this is my cover story, but in IT, you have to write the word administrator is a really easy word to type, really hard if you have to think about it and try to type it. But you can type it like in about 3 seconds.
EDMINSTRTOTOR.
Yeah, it's like, but when you actually got to think about it, just my brain goes, nope, not
I have
happening.
retard brain. Or I have that brain. Oops, sorry. I have.
You just got to think about it in an English accent, and that's fine. It's sorted.
Yeah, so
Well,
I
me
definitely
is-
didn't post a picture of me on the CIA front steps about 2 weeks ago.
Right, what?
For what?
Yeah, no, there's definitely not a picture of me on the CIA front steps ever that
Oh.
I put on Twitter 2 weeks ago. which means Connor is definitely an agent.
Uh,
Point at that guy. Like, not me, this guy, not me.
yeah.
Perception
I'm
plus
not-
1.
I'm not
100%.
clever. I'm not clever enough to be an agent.
Oh.
Yeah. Shit. How many of the original? All right, Connor. When did you arrive to the party? What was your first scene? I think it was in Daggerford. Was it not?
I think my first scene was when you were just about to go out and fight the
Strahd.
green
Nope.
dragon. The green
We just
dragon.
Came back from Strahd.
Yeah, you're back from Strahd, and you were going through the misty woods to find the green dragon's den.
And I didn't know how to fight with dragons yet. Damn
No.
it. Ugh. I'll tell you what. Rise of Tiamat and Horde of the Dragon Queen would be a lot harder if I knew what the recharge was for Dragon's Breath. I thought that like once you shoot the breath, like you were done for 6 rounds. It was recharge for 5 to 6 rounds and not a die 6.
Oh, choose how many we should know.
That was the longest time. Oh man, I would have ate y'all's lunch. But yep.
The worst one I had was trying to run. It's weird. 5th edition dragons are radically different to the older versions.
Their HP suck.
Well, it's not even that. It's the fact is they haven't got no spellcasting ability. If you actually the older editions,
That's
you
why
had.
Chris Perkins gives them wands and stuff.
Well, that's also
And
one of the reasons
just
why you've got that
roll it.
book. You've got that book, which is the Legendary Dragons. If
Uh-huh.
you open that and look in there, they actually give them spells, because the older dragons that have been around for quite a long time, yes, they're going to have picked up things and know how to do things and stuff. And it's like, because a lot of the dragons, they even took away their, because it was from certain chromatic ones and certain metallic ones, well, all the metallic ones, could shape change into human form. That's not in the 5th edition manual.
Well, metallic ones can.
Yeah,
But
but there
yeah.
was also some of the red dragons and some of the blue ones could as well. So they
Yeah.
were.
I mean, there is that caveat of do what you want. You know what I mean? Like, you just as a noob, fuck, I didn't know that. And next time though, guys, I got you. I'm gonna really get you. Yeah, level 1's gonna really suck against pigs, but yeah,
Well, no, it's the same. To be honest, it's the same that if you look at most of my players that I've played with, they enjoy the level 1 to 5 more than they do any other level, because there's a risk that every combat they can die. There's a risk that they go in, they don't know, and their characters, if you're playing the characters correctly, they are starting level adventurers. They don't know anything. So they'll see something and they'll go, what the hell's that? And they won't go, it's like, what I don't like happen is when you get, like, for instance, if you get ghouls have this paralyzation. If they touch you, they hit you, they paralyze. And you'll get some people go, oh, it's a ghoul, don't go near them because they paralyze you. It's like, well, no, your character doesn't know that yet. Roll a history, roll some religion, roll some stats to see if you do know.
For us in the ice caves where people are like, splash water on the vampire, and I was like, oh. Who was reading the monster manual? But I let it happen, and I should have been like, I should have nerfed him. But I don't want to be I don't want to be a butthead. I want to be happy.
Yeah,
Have a
but
great
Tim, it's the same as when in most of my games I'll have different, what I call them, like different sort of subspecies of trolls. So some will have, if they do fire damage, it stops them. It stops them.
Alec, welcome. Sorry, I'm talking
So-
to stream.
Some will do, if they have an acid troll, there'll be a frost troll, there'll be a fire troll, there'll be a, and each of the trolls
Internet
their,
troll.
yeah, and then, yeah, they're immune to everything though, because you can try and you try, they just don't go
Pixels
away.
troll.
Persistent, yeah.
But it means then, so when you actually fight these trolls, you don't instantly go, oh, just take a torch and you'll stop it regenerating. because it's stuff like that. It's like it's quite
Do
interesting.
you remember? You guys remember? Was anybody here? Nope. Were you here when the rod of lordly might? Manu tried to stick the rod of lordly might in the dragon.
Yeah, that's like the ice cave. Yeah.
I caught him thinking about that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna tear it out of the body of the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
When he was like, I'm gonna stick it in this dragon, and it can't move because it's gonna be in the dragon.
Move, yeah.
And I was like, nope, I'm just gonna take the HP and rip it out of its body. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not a rod of an immovable rod. Now they're fun to play with.
They are, but you know, can't wreck the game over it.
Well, it's the same as it's the classic one.
It sounds fun, and if it works out, it's fantastic.
Have you seen that the arrow that has a black hole in it, and they basically you fire it. You have like a portable hole, and you basically it's like a contraption that you can design, and you fire.
Who are we telling right now that'll cause problems? Nobody.
It's okay. You can't do it. It's fine. It's not legal.
Basically, awful good player characters in the.
It doesn't matter. But if you actually fire, because that classic one is if you have a bag of holding and you have a portable hold, you mix them together, they have an explosion, and the explosion does like stupid amount of damage. And if you fail a saving throw, you get chucked to the astral plane. So somebody actually designed like a ballista that would have a portable hull and a bag of holding. When you fire it, it collapses. It's like, just go away. It's not going to happen. Just stop doing it. It's the same as when you'll get some players that'll do the. If you're a level 1, they used to, when 5th edition first came out, one of the options, should I say, was to take Magical Initiate as your first level feat as a human, versatile human, and you take Find Familiar, you take Owl, and your Owl Familiar could fly in and out of combat, automatically disengage, and it can use the help action, and it means you get an advantage on every single melee attack you do because your Owl Familiar is acting as your helper. And it was like, yeah, by the rules you can do that. And they're like, yeah. I said, so what happens when I target the owl? They're like, well, what do you mean? I said, the owl's only got 1 hit point. I said, it's going to get shot if it's seen around the combat constantly. The first couple of times it might work, but then they're all going to know about it. If you're going in a dungeon or you go in somewhere and there's lots of creatures, word will get out, and then they'll shoot the owl. Oh no, you'll be taking my options away.
The
then.
enemy's got a mind of its own. Is the important thing. That's going into my session 0. Is like, guys, they're not idiots. I mean, some are idiots. You know what I mean? But we're gonna figure it out.
I must admit, I tend to run my monsters based off their intelligence. If they're an animal, they're going to just attack the first creature they see. They're going to look and go, that's the nearest one I'm going to attack.
Oh, I gotta run against the Aarakocra next session because I'm doing the internet crew. Oh boy, that's gonna be a booger. I'm so
They're
nice.
fine. They're fine.
Is this
I know, but
where
he's gonna feel targeted.
Robin
'Cause I'm just gonna fucking down. As soon as you take flight, man, I'm gonna hit you with everything. Everything. Yeah.
By yourself.
Yeah. Flying equals get shot.
It's one of those things you just basically have to. The key thing on it is the hardest thing I find is a DM doing it is looking at the character, look at the monster's intelligence, look at what they're based on, how they're going to do it, and the tactics they're going to have. Because if you look at, say, like the goblins, kobolds, and all those sort of things, goblins are basically level 1 rogues. They have disengage, they have dash, they have.
And a pack of goblins are miserable.
Pack of kobolds even.
Baldur's
pack of
Gate
kobolds
3 taught me that.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Be honest, kobolds are even worse. Because kobolds have pack tactics. So basically, as long as they generally fight with wargs and stuff, So all they've got to do is send a worgen to attack your guys, and then all their kobolds with bows and arrows get advantage on the attack rolls against everyone in melee. It's brutal. Kobolds, and the kobolds are like quarter CR creatures, and they get.
Dragon cultists got that too.
Yeah, and to be honest, pack tactics is a extremely underrated.
Why I'm letting Connor go first in the campaign, because I'll be like, oh, tight, cool. Our party with them. I won't do that. Maybe I will.
Hey, I've learned stuff off you as well, Tim. So don't worry.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Yeah, right. What have you learned off from me? I want to know this. This will make me feel real good. What have you
To be
learned
honest,
off of me?
I
Make me sleep good
not.
tonight.
No, I could not run a campaign with this many players and keep them engaged as you have.
That's not a thing you learned.
It is. The way that you actually run your table to get
Yeah.
them all engaged is actually quite important.
Do you
Cheers.
think they were engaged? And fight off a whole wife at the same time. That was
So you were
That was
multitasking.
fantastic.
You were multitasking on a level.
This
She
is
hit you
true.
with HP drain. Just wait until tomorrow.
I was like, Jesus. Yeah.
But-
Dear Jesus.
Okay, but
Kira showed
Tim.
back up. Kira's like, hang on.
Kira's
I'm
on.
back.
Kira's here.
okay, but Tim, like, are we live? Are we on?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're
we're still
live.
alive.
Okay, so
Us, though.
you and I have had the same job at the same points in time in our career, and while I was battling my job when my body was failing me, you were battling your job when we were failing you as like people. So I gotta point out, like, man, to bring 6, 7, 8 people together when we have completely different lives and different like aspects of things we want to do, and we all want different things from the game. You managed to bring all of us together and make us bring this together every weekend for how many months now? How many years now? You made that happen. So, my dude, I raise a glass to you because
Cheers.
I only had to fight my own body. You had to fight like 8 other people and their time
We're
zones,
all assholes.
their jobs.
Total
We're
assholes.
all assholes. But Tim, like, let me tell you, like, if we didn't respect you, we wouldn't be here. So the fact that we
I
all
don't take
showed up,
compliments really well.
Yeah. Hang on. I don't respect him. Fucking no, come on.
Cheers.
Jeez,
Yeah.
wow.
but whether you respect him or not, you still showed up every week.
Do you realize?
So,
Do you know how I ended up joining, Kira?
I don't
Pity.
Well, it was lockdown
really.
happened, and Tim went, "You're home now. You can play. I don't want to play. You do. You really do need to play, but I don't want to. But yeah, but it'd be nice to have somebody that has a bit more.
I did nag you. I'm pretty good at nagging. I nag. Oop. I do nag. I don't want to do all the conjugations of nag.
And also, it was
nope, nobody
Will be out of a job.
it was also one of the key things of
Not part of the
I think back when I joined, the party was a little bit more rudderless. Should be the nice term. They were a little. They were. Yeah, they were a little bit.
broken for a while. We needed you.
And it was like, can
Shut
you
up
come in
with
and
the
do this? And I was like, I
Right.
can come in and help, and I was very keen on. I've got one of, as I know, shock and horror. I've got one of these personalities that like to do things and like to be sort of seen and all this sort of stuff. And it was like, I didn't want to take over the group, and I had multiple conversations with Tim of saying, I'm not going to be the person that sits here and says we're all doing this, because
Mhm.
I don't. That's not. It's your group. I'm not doing it. And there was a few occasions where I've sat there and done things, and I've had to go. I can't do this because it would be constantly me going, can we do this? Can we go do that? Can we go do this? Can we go do that? And it's like, what do you rest of you guys want to do?
But
And
I think
what-
that Tim you have the personality that brings people in, regardless of what Connor wants to do or I want to do, because like Connor and I are really big personalities, and I know that. You
Kygon,
do
pretty huge personality.
well,
Yeah.
but
It's hard to
Tim,
tell me
you
extra.
do a really good job of threading everybody together, right? Like maybe you have like a lot of big personalities at the table, but Tim, you do a great job of bringing
I've got
everybody
good
together and like
polyamory energy.
Tim, best thing to do is in 6 months.
like
In 6 months'
our
time, Tim.
jobs, like dude, yes, okay, and like we're gonna leave it at that.
In 6 months, Tim. In 6 months' time.
That's for the year 2035, everybody.
Oh my god! Hey,
Leave
by the
that
way,
one.
like if you actually wanted to use that on TikTok, I could
Yeah,
make the
nope,
account
nope,
really big.
Nope,
Just
nope,
saying.
nope,
Nope. Okay.
No.
Note to self:
So,
not
Tim,
TikTok.
all I gotta say,
guy.
all I gotta say, Tim, is you'll tell what will happen is in
Okay,
six,
enough.
6 or 9 months, when I'm DMing half the group and you're DMing half the group. Let's see who turns up to more of the games.
Because I'll be sheepdogging people. Because I've got like, so behind the scenes stuff in the chats and the discords and stuff. I'm all like, hi, how was your Monday? You know, like how are
Hey,
you?
show up and give me your
And I
mini, and
Tuesday, I'm
who's
like,
gonna be
whoa,
here, and
are you
hey, like somebody
ready
needs to
for-
poke the other guy to show up.
Yeah. It's it's gardening. Being a DM,
Yeah,
you have to be a gardener. You have to be a sheepdog. You have to really do a lot of gentle
yeah.
nudging because a lot of people are
You
like, I'm
see.
playing Dungeons and Dragons and I don't
Like-
want to be embarrassed by me.
Tim, again, like I'm not gonna dime out like the job that you and I have both held, but there are a lot of skills that like you hold in your job and I held in my job. But you're right, it's a gardener, right? Like you plant the seed and you hope for the best, and you tend to it.
And in marriage. No, I was kidding. Play the season. I was kidding.
Hey,
I'll see if I can.
I'm just saying one of us
Yeah.
has a black thumb because I'm divorced now, but you're not. So
No,
you're better
no,
at this than I
I'm on
am.
my third marriage, madam. Just, I want to put that on. I just want that everybody. I blame it on the global war on terror, but you know,
Like
things weren't fantastic.
eh,
But
yeah,
love
like,
you
but
all.
like one of us is
The
still
mothers
angry.
of my children who are out there who are watching this, I love you all and respect you all. You know what I mean? All
Well,
those things.
I'm
Turn the page.
the only person that is the mother to my children, so
Yeah.
like a different dynamic, but nevertheless.
I'm just going to copy something into our Stronghold chat because
I am
It's-
eagerly waiting whatever Connor puts.
I'll probably
No,
have
no,
to
this is-
moderate this.
no,
Making
this
me
is
work.
fine. This is fine. This is fine. I'm putting it in
Google.
Discord.
I've got
I'm
the
not- I'm
Google
not putting it-
Translate app, just in case.
No,
Well,
because I'm with you. The fact is that I actually put down the fact that the reason why I'm doing so well in work and as a manager, as a people person and stuff was because I've been DMing for 30 years.
I
I
would
would
say
agree.
it's definitely Tim specifically. Like I've learned from Tim.
There you go. Have a look in there. Have a look on that. Tim, you'll
Thanks,
recognize it. Go through that and have a look at there, and you'll see the stuff that it says about if you want to be a better leader, learn how to be a dungeon master.
Mm-hmm.
True,
Bro,
true story.
it's some shit.
It's
Cheers.
That's true.
Cheers.
It's some shit. And I did a level 20 campaign, so FYI, I'm not even doing the next campaign. I'm just cutting sling load
Tim,
like right
Tim,
now.
do you want to have a laugh, Tim?
Burning
Tim,
everything in my
I have never done a 0 to 20 campaign of 5th edition.
Hey Tim, remember in the current job that you hold and I have held, like people in that job that follow you because they have to and they don't have a choice. In the DM job, like we follow you because we want to. And that's a big thing, man. Like
really
I'm
sweet.
here because I want to be here.
I don't
and
take
I think-
compliments well. I think I'm gonna light myself on fire. If anybody says one more nice thing about me, I'm gonna grab gas and I'm just gonna pour it all over me
Hey.
and just
Hey, fighter, Dan, like over in the corner. Yeah, I see you on your phone. Go, like, take all of the implements away, please, right now. Like,
I'm
please.
scared.
Mirren,
Yeah.
Mirren, tie him up, please.
Mirren, I need you to go, like, grab all the lighting implements.
Actually, no. The question I have,
Because
Mirren,
we're like
You
gassing
might-
him up right now.
Spousal battle today. I think I managed that. Though, you know what I mean? I was like, I gave you the spell. I
the
told you.
big question.
It
The
was
big
not
question is,
fireball.
Mirren,
That is also after you killed her NPC.
Yeah.
So,
Mirren. The big question is, do you reckon you can take Tim?
And what?
Why are
No,
we doing this?
like, better question. Can you take
don't know.
Epione?
You don't know how tactics work. Now we have to fight. Now we have
Pally versus Pally. Let's go.
I just need to know that one of you has to take, like, one spouse or the other.
Farpass, I submit to you. I submit, brother. Yeah. No.
Why would you do this?
Runs away
With
fast.
is involved. I submit to you, brother. I would lose horribly. I'm just kidding.
But
So you're saying
no.
so you're saying you'll beat him? You're saying you'll beat him? Will you? Interesting.
This is what would happen.
nevertheless,
All right, let's move this.
Tim, we're gassing you up. Okay, we gassed you up. We're gonna move on. And at this point in time, Tim, you're just a douchebag. We hate you. It's like, moving on now. You good? You good? Like I said, you're a douchebag. Love you. Okay.
Self-deprecation all day
Yeah.
long.
Do you know how
Good,
bad?
okay.
You know how bad he was at playing
Why are we
Everwood?
at like 12 followers right now when we're just fucking around like that?
No, no. Do you know?
It's
Do you know
I don't
being
know.
how
I'm
real.
not even online.
It's being human.
Where were you?
Hey, Kira, do you know how bad this guy was at being a paladin on Neverwinter? He was
Oh, don't be a dick.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Here we
whoa.
go. Here we go.
Now we're really fighting.
Because he had the worst Healadin in the world.
Yeah, they nerfed Healadins. That was a big thing.
They
man.
did. They did.
Healadin.
No, to be honest, I stopped playing after they nerfed the temporary hit points.
So
Yeah.
so
Yep,
here's okay. So like I joined this group like at a weird point
Out of
in
your-
the campaign and in my life. So I got Pygon and I got Tagir. And like these are like the two ends of the spectrum for people that were like in the game before and in the game after. And so like Kygon and Tagir.
Remember Kygon when you were in the, you were like, no, I'm too new to this, and now you're one of the old heads.
Yeah.
Like by
Yeah.
a week older
I
than me.
still have no idea what's going on most of the time, so.
I just so like this is where I go. Okay, like Hygon is slightly older than me, and Tagir is slightly younger than me, but like a week, both of them at least. I don't know. But like thoughts? Can you guys please gas him up?
Who?
Tim. You, Tim.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Or at least tell me like I've only had one other DM before, so tell me how he rates.
You're marrying him, or you're
I'm
not.
not.
You're just
No.
this dude who.
All I have to say is, I've told Tim as well. I've DM'd for a long time, and he is very good. He's very, very good. And whatever he says, he can shut up. Shut it.
Yeah. It's hard to have a party of 12. You know what I mean? Like
Was I?
that's
Most
brutal.
DMs,
It's a
most
12-man
DMs.
And
weave.
when you're the most competitive person in your party against you is Il Sposa. You know what I mean? That was pretty brutal today. I thought I was gonna lose it. I was like in panic mode. If you guys
handled
didn't
it
know,
well. You handled it well.
serious Tim face where my eyebrows go like this, and I was just
Yeah.
like, fuck. How do I deal with this right now? She was yelling. Yeah, I was yelling. And I was like, I gave you the spell. I wrote it. I gave it to you. She's like, I'm a warlock. I can't do these things.
Tim, we heart you. We heart you.
Babe.
I said you can do it.
Spousal
Babe.
damage.
Tim, calm. Okay, like, calm. We hurt you. This is a safe space. Good. We love you. This is good. Calm. Okay. Tagir, Tygon, please gas this man up so that he calms the fuck down because he's a good DM.
Yeah, is he still in gaseous cloud form, or did the time run out on that?
I think we're out of time on like everything. Tygon,
love the
I know
fact
we
that-
shaved the beard, but like you gotta talk, man.
So if you knew the energy in our household, Krista and Adressia are playing karaoke yeah, they're just like screaming to Maroon 5 right now.
Nice.
That's to let
That's
out the
awesome.
anger that was aimed towards you.
Oh no, that's just normal.
No,
That's normal
that
Sunday.
sounds like
Yeah,
that's
imagine
just
doing
woman anger.
laundry and dragons. That's a legit.
Hang on. What was
Mowing
that?
the lawn and dragons.
Oh,
That's a game too. Yeah,
I'm not going to say what I thought I heard the first time because I've obviously been drinking and I'm not going to.
laundry and dragons.
Cheers.
I heard. I didn't hear laundry.
Sure.
I didn't hear laundry. I heard another L word.
Lingerie.
Yes.
Lingerie and dragons.
That's a new one.
Yeah, yeah. I got to roll a lot of 20s. You
Put
know
that
what I
one
mean?
in the
But
wish jar.
we try our best.
It's really hard to find my size, but I guess we could play.
I haven't got the legs for it. It's fine.
Sure. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, there's a new
We
market.
get a lot of
Gnome-sized
followers
lingerie.
for that. So did I tell you that some dude wrote me from like Estonia or some random place like that? It was like, hey, I'm about to send you a bunch of my goth lingerie stuff, and I want you to wear it in the stream. I'll promote you. And I was like, no, thank you.
What?
But I should have asked how much. I forgot to ask. Like, wait, whoa. Yeah, how much is this? You know what I mean? We'll be in there. We're getting called for karaoke right now. Like, yo, karaoke's getting huge in here.
You're up.
We need to.
You look like-
But yeah, I get weird PMs about things like that, like where you wear my outfit and I see it and it's like goth lingerie, and I'm like, maybe not. I don't feel like my troop would appreciate that.
Oh,
if
we
they
would.
saw
We
that
would.
they
We
were
would.
wearing.
Karaoke
you guys
night.
would be okay with it. I have enough,
Karaoke and dungeons. Why
Silver
not?
Star, maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have enough squanch for that. I don't think. Not enough. We'll see. Maybe the next one.
Again,
Yeah.
Tim, thank you very much, and I'm going to call it a night there.
I think we should all call it a night.
Okay.
On that note, yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Let's just hope the same group is still together in the next 2 or 3 years for the end of the next
Feel
campaign.
it? I think so.
And
We'll see. Storm King's
for
Thunder.
sure.
Welcome
For
to your next
sure.
7-year campaign. Just kidding.
Good
Yeah.
friends.
Huzzah.
Big
Huzzah
grins.
to everybody. Good night.
Cheers,
Miss
guys.
you, love you. Bye.
Bye.
Cheers,
You gotta stop the stream.
Yep.
If we do it on time. Miss you, love you. Bye. And I'll hold it. I'll hold it like this.
Tim.
Okay. 3,
I'll still
Two.
stay on this.
1.